personal property, the furniture in the basement.
First, Ms. Hess, formerly known as Ms. Anley, were you at the property when Ms. Anley went to retrieve his?
I was in the house, yes.
Why were you at the property?
I had nowhere to go. I had to get his stuff out.
You were specifically told at the hearing with Commissioner Krupa on September 28th, 2023, that you were not to be anywhere on that physical property.
I didn't have a choice.
You did have a choice because Commissioner Krupa said not to be on that physical property, not to be on that residence.
I didn't have no idea what time he was supposed to even be coming. Was I supposed to stay gone all day?
You did know, and I can tell you right now you did know, because it says pickup times September 30th, 2023 between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. and October 1st, 2023 between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. So you knew exactly when he was going to be there. Exactly.
Leaving his stuff out there, he's already saying it was damaged.
You just lied to the court. You just lied to the court.
No, I did not know.
You did know. You did know.
Whoa, hold up. Less than 10 seconds in, and we already have accusations of perjury flying across the courtroom. Folks, lying to a judge isn't just drama. It's contempt, and it can land you in handcuffs. Did you catch how fast this escalated?
That physically...
No, he did not show up when he was supposed to. There was time set in June for him to come. He didn't show. I didn't know if he was going to show or not. I wasn't going to take a chance of leaving his stuff sitting out there.
Mr. Anley?
Your Honor, if it need be, I've got two witnesses that came with me with two trailers to load my personal property up. Her and her ex-fiance was out there. Her middle son Dylan was out there. They were all out there. She walked up and down the driveway following me, trying to talk to me. So I that's all I got to say. She was there. She knew the date. She knew the time. I was there about 10 minutes after the search. I think it was, I really can't recall the exact time on the clock.
I believe she knew the date. I believe she knew the time. She just lied to the court. I do not find her credible at all.
So,
Continue.
all right, this is a list of my personal property. All my clothing, all my suits, my discs, everything from hunting, winter, spurned, and it's told children told.
You can't tell me what your children have told you.
Jeremy, my 9-year-old, no, my 12-year-old son.
You can't tell me what they've told you.
Okay. So what are you asking then?
I'm asking what property you have not received and what you're asking of reimbursement for that property. Ms. Ainley, what would you like to say?
All of his belongings that he did leave are at the house. I haven't touched anything.
But
His
I don't.
generator.
But here's the thing. Again, I fully instructed both of you. I'm gonna guess you don't have pictures or documentation of their condition.
No.
And so I'm gonna give testimony for both of you. So far, I found you not.
All of anything and everything that I needed to live your everyday life was done. Everything on this list, I've never received this. Except I did receive the pontoon boat.
All right, so Ms. Hess, you have a copy of all of these items that he is requesting. Are all of these items at the home?
No.
Contempt hearings are no joke. Basically, the judge is saying you disobeyed a court order, and now you need to prove you didn't. Notice how the burden flips? Normally, the accuser proves guilt. Here, the accused has to prove innocence.
Why not?
Because he took some of them.
He's indicating he did not. All right, now what else are you asking for?
Okay. I'm also asking for reimbursement of all of the reinstatement fees that I've had to pay for the mortgage payments, and legal fees. The property was really, really close to being foreclosed on. I mean, within days, and I wasn't aware of this. The mortgage is just in my name, because Rachel couldn't have her name on anything. She had so many judgments against her. So it's just in my name. The mortgage is through Cross Country Mortgage. I've got a reinstatement amount here that is paid. It's $10,059.40. Now, that is current. Yeah,
You're saying that you paid this amount to keep it from going into foreclosure?
not the total amount. No, ma'am. Part of it went on the back of the loan. I have copies of the payoffs here. 3 copies of with the legal fees that I had tacked on here. That's going on the loan. I don't feel that I should be responsible for it because I pulled it out of foreclosure, and I've been making the payments for the last probably 7 or 8 months. I've got everything here.
Or what?
I've got my bank statement payments where I've made the payments on
Exhibit 5. Bank statement. Yes, that's what you're asking for?
yes, ma'am. And then this is copies of the payoff. I mean, it shows I've got 3 copies of this also. It's going to be needed here in a few minutes.
What I'm looking for.
This is okay. I'm going to kind of jump back and forth just a little bit here on the reason that I received this. I've received 5 letters mail from mortgage companies and lending companies stating what the payoff is, where they requested payoffs on the loan. And my loan and mortgage information was all sealed. No one had access to it at all because my ex-wife here tried to get in to find out a payoff on it about 6 months ago, and they told her, no, you can't. Tim's going to have to get that for you. So anyways, I got 5 letters in the mail from 5 different loan companies and a title company stating that someone requested the payoff. So I got a letter from 5 different companies for people that requested the payoff, and they sent it to them. So I called them yesterday to find out why, and they said, well, you signed a release form on November the 5th of this month to release information from the payoff. I said, no, ma'am, I did not. And I said, ask her if she could email that to me. She said, yes. So she emailed it to me, and my name has been forged on this paper. It is not my
Setup or self-sabotage. He's claiming she deliberately baited him into violating a protection order. But ask yourself, was this a trap or just chaos fueled by bad blood? What would you have done in his shoes?
from a title company. She said, Mr. Anley, we have a check for dividends for the sale of your property on North Boston Road. I said, a check for what? She said, well, we're closing on that on the 23rd. I said, absolutely not. This is on legal issues right now. I said, no. She said, I'm not getting a check. So, anyways, I told her my name was forged to get the payoff and information on this mortgage. And so she didn't say anything else. She hung up. But in the meantime, I mean, the house, I've got a paper here from Leon from Grasswood Realty where she refused a $197,000 offer a few months back.
Exhibit number 3.
This is not my signature.
And it looks like Timothy Anley on 11/5/24, and then it's Rachel Anley on 11/5/24, social security number. That is not signature.
No, ma'am.
You did not sign that authorization to obtain information.
Absolutely not. This was signed 3 days before we had our court hearing on the 8th of this month. We postponed the court date to today.
I'm going to tell you that I'm looking at dates and the social security numbers as they are written, and they look exactly like they're written by Miss Anley. Dates and the social security numbers as written, dates are identical. Not a handwriting expert, not one who went to school, but I'm going to tell you just by looking at it, Miss Anley, I'm going to tell you, you did this.
No, ma'am.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Where would I have signed it? I haven't been anywhere to sign anything.
Your name is signed on this.
I'm not
These
Rachel
dates
Anley.
are this- Stop talking over me. You did this, Miss Anley. You signed this, Miss
I
Anley. You signed this. You did this.
No, ma'am. I promise you I didn't.
Oh, you can promise all you want. You are not credible.
Okay.
You did this.
Okay.
These dates are the same. This 11/5/24 dates are the same.
They're not though.
They're the same.
You can call Katie. I'm not the one that signed.
I can call Katie.
Yes, ma'am. I did not sign.
You didn't sign in front of Katie.
I didn't sign at all.
Oh, so somebody forged your name?
Ma'am, I have not signed anything. I was supposed to sign with the title company on Wednesday and I didn't.
Oh, so I have two fraudulent transactions here. Somebody forged your name, your
Yes, ma'am.
social security number, and yours. That's good. I need to let the district attorney know right now. We have two fraudulent transactions done. Not only do we have it for you, Mr. Ainley, but we have it for Mrs. Ainley too.
I mean, you can check the signatures even. I don't sign
I
like that.
don't believe that at all.
Okay. Whatever. It is whatever. Next day's gonna change it.
If I wouldn't have gotten these letters from these loan companies, from my mortgage company stating that these 5 lenders requested my payoff information, I wouldn't have known that there was any type of fraudulent activity going on at all.
I'm looking at 22 CV88, Rachel Ainley versus Timothy Ainley. Your injunction request that you filled out, the signatures look almost identical.
Almost.
Almost identical.
Or not me, I promise. Forging signatures, risking getting felonies, no. Not worth it. I'd walk away from the house before I do that. Not.
Almost identical. The signature Rachel Ainley on 22 CV87, 22 CV88. Rachel Ainley signature almost identical.
It's not me.
You can't sign your name the exact same every way. I don't sign my name the exact same every way, Miss Ainley.
I don't see that. But it wasn't me. I'm not an Anley. I wouldn't sign Anley.
It says Rachel Ainley. Because
Exactly.
you want to know what? Rachel Ainley owns the house, not Rachel Hess. So you have to sign it Rachel Ainley.
See, I don't know it. I didn't know that.
Please continue.
But I sent out the loan modification contract yesterday morning to FedEx to sign them, keep the house afloat. I'm still continuing to make payments on the property. If not, I would lose it.
Boom. A forged signature allegation just dropped. That's not just a civil issue. It can tiptoe straight into criminal fraud territory. If proven, this isn't just about who keeps the house. This could spiral into felony charges.
Everything, my whole life savings. Anytime my ex-wife has gotten any large amount, or large sum of money, it's never spent on what it's supposed to. Bills, kids' bills, first. Like I said, about 5 years ago, we were involved in a serious accident in Hayward. She had $40,000 settlement, never paid him payment on the house. And like I said, I got in some legal trouble back in May, and I was incarcerated in Polk County for a couple months, so I was totally ghosted out of everything. And when I was released and went into sober living home, I started getting mail after I had my forwarding address to my home now, and I found out that it was going in for foreclosure, and I caught it within like 4 or 5 days before it actually was foreclosed on. So I've done everything in my means. I just can't do it anymore. I mean, I can't keep paying $1,085 a month child support, a mortgage, plus we have to pay $600 a month at Onyx Silver Living Place, to off Christian living home. $600 a month there on top of gas and food. And I'm trying to get steady work, and it's like, this is coming through good too. Anyways, I just can't do it anymore financially. And if it wasn't for God keeping me strong in my mind, I would have lost it even worse than what I did last year and a half over this divorce. All I want is what I believe I deserve, what I have invested in the material things that's there now on the property and her. And that's not even counting the things I've lost over the 17 years being married.
Okay, Miss Anley, this is not your time for testimony. You will get time to testify and to provide your own evidence for the court. This is your time to provide or to ask questions of Mr. Anley as it relates to his evidence and his testimony to the court. Do you have questions for Mr. Anley?
Yes, I do.
You may begin.
When did you purchase this stuff? Because a lot of it, you never had when we were married.
And I'm going to state for the record by stuff you're referring to what he has listed in.
Oh yeah, like a DeWalt cordless drill combo. $900? Really? Where'd this come from?
Purchased that.
I've got plenty of witnesses.
Should have brought them with you.
Oh, I should have.
I purchased those, that Walt cordless skill saw drill, hammer drill set with the sawzall in it. I purchased that in Nashville, Tennessee when we moved down. Started my remodeling business. We own property down there at the time also. I believe I purchased that at a building center. To my knowledge, yes.
I have nothing more to I don't even know what to say.
All right. Now, if you don't have any other questions for Mr. Anley, this is your opportunity to provide your own testimony to the court and your own evidence to the court as it relates to this matter. You may
Do
begin.
you want a copy of what Commissioner said on the 10th of October?
I will have it in my file if that's what you're asking. I can take judicial notice of that. Let me get to.
Because that has what his lawyer added up on what I have to give him.
Ms. Anley, I'm not hearing anything to contradict anything that Mr. Anley has told me with regards to the property.
His property is there. Everything he left. Nobody has touched it.
Don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Send somebody there.
I
there.
Pictures.
That stuff that was put in his truck while he was there. That is not what I sent for him.
I can always do an order that he can go and retrieve property, and with the dollar amount ordered, and if he retrieves property and it's not damaged, then that property, it diminishes the dollar amount that he gets. But I don't have any contradictory evidence. I don't have.
I don't know what I can give you.
Ms. Anley, I told you exactly what to give me on November 8th. I said I need pictures, I need testimony, I need things. And what you needed to do then was you knew what he would be looking for. You knew what property was his or what he would be seeking.
Still his.
So you knew though. You have a cell phone, you have a camera, pictures. You could have brought pictures and said, look, Judge, not damaged, still working. That's exactly what I told you to do. I told both of you I needed evidence. You needed to come here prepared. This was your day. This was it. This was the one and only day both of you would get. I was very clear with both of you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Very clear with both of you. This was your day. Come prepared. Very clear. Without going out myself and taking the pictures and doing the case myself, I was very clear at what both of you needed to do. And you didn't come prepared to do that. Except you're coming and you're saying, it's all there, it's fine. But I'm hearing testimony that's saying it's not fine. I'm seeing pictures where it's not fine. And quite honestly, Miss Anley, I hear testimony and I see things that show you're not credible. I believe you're not credible.
Okay.
I fully believe you forged his name. I fully believe you forged his name.
Would I do it?
Hot pen, hot paper, let's write Tim Anley.
No.
I'm not blind, I can see.
Well,
And I've
we should have
taken
someone look at it then.
judicial notice. I've been doing this job a long time. I look at your signature on 2 documents where you've signed.
It is.
I have. It's
I
not
have.
his signature.
It's not mine.
This is your signature,
No.
Rachel
Can
Anley.
you call Katie? I didn't sign.
Then you were not looking to sell this property because this is what it took to sell the
I
property.
can't sign. You told me you couldn't sign
Sign what?
the papers yet.
You didn't.
And here comes the cross-examination. This is where cases either crumble under questioning or survive the fire. Will she poke holes in his testimony or accidentally strengthen it? Let's find out.
Sign the papers. This was to try and get a payoff, to try and get the offer.
I've made no attempt. Yeah, the company does. I make no attempt. I have not made any attempts.
Need payoff, please.
See, it's sincerely Katie, not Rachel. Katie is wherever that is.
Miss Anley, the more you talk, the more you're digging your hole.
Okay, well, I'm not going to say anything. I'm telling you.
I strongly encourage you not to. Because this is all taken down,
Okay.
and this is a transcript, and the district attorney can get this transcript.
Okay, that's fine. 'Cause I don't have anything to hide. I don't. I would have plenty of witnesses, but you didn't want kids here.
I said bring witnesses.
I wouldn't put my kids through it.
And I think that that is the best thing that you could do
That's who I had.
as a mother. Because quite honestly, that was a terrible,
It was.
awful thing that happened at that other.
So by not bringing them, I have no credibility. So just order what you're
No.
gonna. Order what you're gonna. I just want it done. I want.
If either of you put your children in the middle, you are awful parents.
That's why they're not here. That's why I have no witnesses. Because all I had was my kids.
No, you don't. Miss Ainley,
Yes, it was. It was.
you can stop crying because tears.
I'm not crying because of that.
Again,
You're
telephone.
not listening.
You are not listening. Stop crying. Stop that. Telephone pictures say 1,000 words. Stop it. This boo-hoo,
what you're-
cry means nothing.
Okay.
See? No tears. Nothing.
Oh, I got none now.
I know, because they're not real.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
fall for those.
Okay.
So, now, do you have any proof or any evidence? Because quite honestly, right now, there's nothing in your favor.
Guess not.
Because I fully believe, Mr. King, I truly do believe you walked out with nothing. I believe you walked out, quite honestly, with clothes on your back. And with what you said, you had a couple shirts, a couple pair of underwear, a couple pair of socks. You had nothing. Quite honestly, gonna be blunt. You were quite not so smart. You've never been smart with this lady. You've never been smart with this lady. You've let her control you and take everything from you. Because when you are here and you came here with your divorce, you came with this exhibit of personal property that you wanted to retrieve, and it's bare bones. It's not really that enforceable. You should have went that day or very soon after that day to retrieve this personal property. And then when you went back with your attorney in front of commissioner to retrieve your property, and it's very clear in that hearing that commissioner said 2 dates and 2 sets of times to go retrieve your personal property. Ms. Anley said today, I didn't know, which was a lie, because she knew, because it's very clearly there in the minutes.
Ma'am, I said it wrong. I didn't know he'd show up. He was set to come before, and he didn't show. He was set to come in June. He didn't show up.
Well, he had his attorney, he paid his attorney, they went to a contempt hearing, they got 2 specific dates with 2 very specific times to go show up. And you were instructed not to be on that property, not to be on that residence from 2 to 4 p.m. on September 30th and 2 to 4 p.m. on October 1st. Very 2 specific times. 2 hours on 2 days. Stop talking. 2 hours on 2 days where you could have just went to Dairy Queen, you could have went to the dairy, you could have went driving, you could have went anywhere for 2 hours those 2 days, and you didn't. So Mr. Anley, you had these 2 specific times to go get this property, and you went, and she was there, and it set your mind aside, or you lost all track of what you were doing. But you needed to get your property that day, because that's when Commissioner said, get your property. And you didn't pick anything up that day. And then from September 28th, 2023, when you were supposed to get your property, even though you were supposed to get your property that day, she was not supposed to be there. Both of you didn't do what you were told to do from the commission. Neither of you did what you were supposed to do. Neither of you do what you're supposed to do. It's a history with both of you. Neither of you do what you're supposed to do. You should have went back. You should have gotten it a whole lot sooner from the date of divorce, because the date of divorce was way back. March 6, 2023, and it's now November 21st, 2024. There's absolutely no guarantee that anything is there and anything is in its proper order or condition, because it makes it very hard when we're here in November 21st, 2024, when this divorce was March of 2023. And I can't go back and say, okay, now what tools did you really have during the marriage? You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I wish I could, because I do find you more credible, Mr. Anley. Although, in this divorce, it's hard to find credibility. And I'm awarding $15,000 because I do believe it is a penalty. Because I do fully believe that Ms. Anley fraudulently signed his name. So there is a total of $64,368.71.
64,000 what?
$64,368.71. Is to be paid to Mr. Anley from the proceeds of the sale of the home. if the home is not to be sold, if it's not sold tomorrow as expected, then the court is going to order that the home is going to be remitted over to Mr. Anley for ownership instead of Miss Anley.
Your Honor, the latest close was December 30th.
Thought it was going to close tomorrow.
He was supposed to. He refused.
So then it can close.
If they're willing now.
If not, then I'm ordering that if it doesn't close, then ownership of the home turns over to
How do
Mr.
I
Anley.
get? How is that fair to me and kids?
How is it fair? Because I fully believe you signed.
I did not.
I
What do I
fully
have to do
believe,
to prove it?
Ms. Ainley, I fully believe that you have destroyed his property,
I
that
did
you
not.
have burned his property, that you have sold his property, that you have thrown away his property, that you have done everything to keep him from having his property, that I believe that you have done everything.
Well, if somebody goes house, you see it's not
You
here.
have been totally vengeful.
Well,
Now,
what do you think? Yep.
he can go and retrieve his property, and if all, Mr. Ainley, you have the ability to go to the property, you're still at the property, Miss Ainley?
I won't be.
When? You're out of the property? You moved out of the property?
I will be tomorrow.
You've moved out of the property tomorrow?
I won't see you there.
So are you moving out of the
Yes,
property
I am.
and you're living somewhere else?
I'm going to, yes.
Okay.
I don't have a choice.
All right. So you can go to the property tomorrow and retrieve all of your property.
Time.
You can look all day. She's not going to be there anymore. And apparently
Locked.
the house is going to be sold.
It's locked up.
Well, you would have the ability to, have a locksmith come and go into the property.
Your Honor, what if he takes more than what's his?
He is ordered to only take his property, and that would be anything that is on the list that you have. He is not to remove anything else but anything on that list.
I will make sure I have a witness with me. Take pictures now.
All right, so you can go tomorrow, and you have all day if you want.
One more question. Your Honor. The amount that I was awarded, the $64,368.71. If she closes on that property, is that mortgage company that's buying the house or whatever, they have to cut me a check?
Yes.
Before I
Yes,
can close it?
they have to cut you.
The judge is about to drop the hammer, and by the sound of it, things are not looking good for Rachel. Remember, judges weigh credibility as heavily as hard evidence, and so far, she's losing on both fronts. Watch closely.